Hey everybody, welcome to another Creating the Independent stream. I'm yours truly, Pat Dooley. I'm going to be joined by Destani Roze here in just a minute. She just messaged me a few minutes ago saying she's going to be a couple minutes late. She got caught up doing something, which is fine. I'm just getting the basics of her model done. I'll let her, do some introductory stuff once she gets here. But just, spoiler alert, if you saw the streams I did with Karnage Michaels and JDV, those are her brothers. So that's the kind of energy we're going to get from Destani. She's a lot of fun. I think she has not read this as obviously not at all what she looks like. This is just the template I decided to start with. Do the body stuff later. I'll let her never presume. But let's get started. I think she has one of the not the No Limit women's title, RWF maybe. One of the local women's titles she currently has. So it's been a while since we've done one of these. I've been, I've been keeping busy. We had a nice fundraiser show on Sunday at the Gypsy Joe Arena. It wasn't technically a Southern Wrestling Federation show, but we did use their arena, and it was a lot of the SWF guys and gals. That was a good show. We raised, I think $1,100 for a fan who is going through cancer at the moment, and so all our best to Joe. He and his family seemed touched by the show. It was put together by David Norris. If you guys know who David is, he's been working locally as the Rolling Hard Playboy. Before that, he was Big Daddy D, Sweet Daddy D. But yeah, he's one of those kind of mainstays of the Middle Tennessee independent scene. TAP is back on Saturday, Tennessee All Pro Wrestling. We got a new venue in Morrison. So no more Victory Center. We are off to the I believe they've settled on the Tri-Star Sportatorium, I think is what they're calling the new arena, which is an awesome name. Throwback to the old Dallas Sportatorium, where world-class wrestling was for so many years. The Von Erichs and basically every Texas wrestler you're thinking about from the 70s and 80s, that is where they came from. So cool callback with the new name. I'm excited to do that show. On Saturday, they're calling it Back to School, which is, timely because a lot of kids are going back to school locally, but also it's kind of, everybody's returning, seeing each other for the first time in most of the summer. We missed several weeks because of the venue situation, but everything is back to normal starting Saturday in Morrison. Of course, every Friday, I'm still at the SWF in Tullahoma, and except coming up on September 13th. I'm sorry, September 6th. I'll be doing another Lucha show. Union Wrestling Latin American will be back at Plaza Mariachi in Nashville, and I think I'm announcing. I might be doing commentary. I haven't got a confirmation yet on what exactly I'm doing, but it will be some sort of announcing that night in Nashville. See, it's like halfway. Destiny's hair is like halfway between here and here. It's not as straight as this, but it's not as long as this. But I think we might have to sacrifice the Oh, hey. I see Destiny. Hi, Destiny.
Hey there, Pat Doodles.
How you doing?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm good. Can't complain. Just telling the folks about how I couldn't quite figure out which of these hair is the best option for you. Because you're like, this is too long. The length on this one is better. Well, no, not that one. Length on that one is better, but it's too straight.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of leaning toward just sucking it up and going with the longer one. We'll just say you grew it out a little.
Yeah, we can.
I mean, we can look at other options, but I think because none of the short ones were long enough, but a lot of the long ones are too long.
Yeah, I like that one that you were on, where it was a little long, and we could tweak it how we need to.
Yeah. Go with that. Get darker. And I haven't done anything to your face yet, other than I'm just basically building off the one of the templates that the game provides.
Of course,
so that's why it doesn't really look like you at all yet. I had just started on the look.
Hey, it'll come together.
Yeah. I mean, it's only like 6-ish minutes, so didn't get far. One thing I skipped over because I wouldn't dare to presume, but it does want height and weight. You can also just give height, and we'll just leave the default weight if you.
Pat Doodles.
Yes.
Now you know it is disrespectful to ask a woman how much she weighs.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to tell me
and that's why
at least tell me how tall you are.
At least I applaud you for that. But no, I'm 5'5". I'm 5'5".
5'5". Okay. I knew you were in that range, 5'5", 5'6". I just wasn't sure because I know I'm 6'1", and I know where you come up to on me.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I've been waiting for this, so I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this is going to turn out.
Yeah. I think full disclosure, this is my first time doing a female creator wrestler in 2K24, so I don't know where any of the stuff is. So we're gonna have a learning experience together.
We'll have a learning experience together. We'll go through it together.
All right.
It is all fine.
Brown eyes? You have brown eyes,
yes.
right?
Yes. I know I don't look how I normally look when I'm in there to wrestle, about to beat up a man or a woman, because it doesn't matter who you are. I will fight you either way. I'm just dressed in my street clothes today. But
well, it's a Tuesday. Nobody's expecting you to be in your gear.
Nah. Now, if it was a Friday or the weekend, oh, for sure. Right. Absolutely.
Well, I mean, you were part of both an intergender tag match on Friday or Sunday at the benefit show, and then again in the Battle Royal. You were keeping busy, mixing it up with the men and the women. Took some stiff shots from Zach Austin and Diamond in that the tag match.
Oh yeah, I will say one thing about Diamond. I'm gonna go off a script here. I love me some Diamond, but whenever we step in the ring together, it's gonna be a full-on fight. And I mean, you could ask her, and she'll say the exact same thing. We love each other to death, but when we're in there to focus, and we're in there to win it. So we're gonna go all out. You tell us, hey, go out there and go all out. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
But I will say, from the Battle Royal, I hurt. Okay, there was a little spot that I had did on a guy named Cousin Condry. I went to the top rope, and believe it or not, I hit him with a frog splash.
Yes, I saw that.
And I'm not gonna lie, that kind of hurt Pat Doodle. That kind of hurt Pat Doodle. It did.
I can imagine. Oops, knocked over my light. I don't need that light. It's bright enough in here.
It did. It hurt. I mean, I'm smaller than cousin Congregants, okay? So whenever I came down full force, it hurt. It hurt really bad.
Yeah. And I mean, we could go on for hours about how landing in a ring it doesn't ever feel good. It's not nearly as padded as people think that it is.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's it's a metal frame with wood planks across it, and then a thin layer of cushion on top of that to absorb some of the impact so we don't just snap the wood in half. But yeah, it hurts like hell. I've only done it, I don't know, a half dozen times ever, maybe, and definitely never off the top rope onto cousin Condry. So kudos for what you guys do. I could not do. There's a reason I'm on this side.
Hey, and that's okay. That's perfectly okay.
Somebody's got to do it, right? I'm trying to find something that's like your promo pick as far as gear goes, but if you've got something else in mind.
Honestly, whatever we can get close to similar looking, I don't have a problem with it. Even if I know I wear a shirt and my tights. So if we can just get like a black shirt and we can make the CAI or the Burning Roze, Destani Roze symbols on it or logo, then that is perfectly fine too.
Okay. Let's see if I can get your promo pick. You got like I guess it's sort of mesh up here, and then like the bodysuit. I'm trying to find something that kind of looks like that. But on the plus side, there are like a million options.
Yeah.
Like that, except I need it to be the whole body or the whole torso. So, what have you got coming up as far as dates? Are you going to be at TAP on Saturday for the back to school?
Unfortunately, I will not be at TAP for the back to school show. I already, made plans. I'm not going to be able to make it to that show. Unfortunately, I wish I could be there. But it's just the timing wasn't, right on that show.
Yeah.
But the weekend after, the 24th, I will be at RWF in Gallatin, Tennessee at the National Guard Armory. And I believe it's going to be me going up against Diamond, actually.
Oh, nice.
So that'll
continuation of the feud.
Yeah, that'll be fun, and I'm really excited about that one.
Well, it's always a good time when you guys get together. So, last not be there, but hopefully somebody gets it on video so I can check it out later.
Hopefully, I hope so.
So, usually I will ask my guests on these things, what got you into wrestling? But, like, it's your dad and your uncle and your brothers, and right?
Well, funny story. Actually. So, yeah, overall, in general, it was my dad, the big man, Karnage. And it was my uncle, known as Mike Cobb. And funny story, I actually got into wrestling before my brothers did.
Oh, really?
And yeah, I wasn't in it too long before they came in. I was probably saying maybe 2 months into it before they did. So not too bad.
Right.
I also, just from growing up around wrestling a lot, when I was younger, I really didn't like it. I'll be honest. I had no interest in wrestling. I did not want to be a wrestler. The only people who talked about ever wanting to wrestle was my two brothers, Karnage Michaels and JDV. They were the only two who ever talked about it. And one day I just kept on going to shows. And then out of the blue, I had hopped into a training seminar and I had did a couple of bumps. And here I am today. I stuck with it. I stuck with it. And now I'm the No Limit Pro Headed Bridge Champion. And I'm the RWF Women's Champion.
That's what I was trying to remember at the beginning. I was thinking it was RWF, but I wasn't positive.
Yeah. I have the utmost respect for everybody in this business. You learn and you lose. Like, you learn and you live. And going to wrestling shows, you can learn a lot from it. If people tell you, hey, don't ever go there, you're not gonna ever learn anything, that's a lie. Because you'll learn a lot from it.
Yeah, even like the worst experiences that I've had in wrestling, and granted, I haven't been at it that long either. I started, my first show was last April, and I had only been training about a year before that.
I actually like that top hat, Doodles.
This?
No, the one you were on before. I think it was number 7. No, I think it's the one below that one. Over one more. That one.
This one? Okay.
Yeah.
Get that darker. Is there a logo on the back? There's it's just got buttons. But yeah, even like the worst experiences I've had, I've at least learned something coming out of it. And sometimes the lesson is the most important part. Did you want to do the CAI or the Burning Roze shirt?
We can do the CAI.
Okay. Well, that's pretty easy.
I really
Done
don't
that
have a
one.
problem doing that. I don't have a problem doing either or. So Pat Doodles, I got a question for you.
Okay.
What made you come into wrestling and be one of the best known ring announcers there is?
Well, I wish that last part was true, the best known. I'm working on that. I'm super grateful for the people who keep my name in their mouth in a good way, spreading the word to promoters, and super grateful for that. I grew up a fan. I just was a huge fan as a kid. When I was about 2 years out of college, there was a local promotion near where I grew up that was doing a show, and they needed an announcer. And so I reached out to them, and they brought me on, and I did the show, and then the promoter stiffed me on my payment, and it was a whole thing. And I was like, oh, well, at least I tried. I'm not cut out for the wrestling business. I'm done. That was 2006. And then I just moved on with my life. I kept watching. I kept up with the product. I was still a fan. But I just that ship has sailed. I'm just not going to be a wrestler. And then, or a wrestling announcer. I was never going to be a wrestler. I was never good enough to be a wrestler. But it's funny because I was too skinny as a kid, and then I'm very much not skinny anymore. but I was approaching 40, and like I said, I kept up with the industry, and I followed Jerry Lynn on Twitter because I was a huge fan of his from his time in ECW and WWF, and he tweeted that he was opening a school in Hendersonville, and I was like, well, I should go just so I can say I met Jerry Lynn. I just want to go and say hi and meet Jerry Lynn, and if nothing else comes of it, at least I can say I did that. So I went to the school and just like fell completely in love with it. It was just like,
as
oh,
most
right.
people do.
This is what I wanted when I was a kid, and when I was 23 in Bay City, Michigan, getting screwed over. Like, I walked in and there's this $1 million facility in Hendersonville. It's FXE Wrestling Academy, and Jerry was a trainer there at the time. He's not anymore. I was in with Tom Latimer and Camille and Magic Jake Jamas from the NWA. The head trainer, AJ Gallant. So it was just kind of like, I went in, I told AJ my first time walking in the building, I think I was 39 when I walked in the door, and I was like, I'm never going to be in good enough shape again to where I can be an active wrestler. But I know a lot about wrestling. I can talk. I could be a manager. I could be an announcer. I could be whatever. And I said, well, I'll tell you right now, we could only ever put you with giants if you were a manager. So I can't have my managers be bigger than the wrestlers.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. So I started training to be an announcer. And there were a couple of us on the announcing track at school. And, the guys would have their practice matches and we'd call them. And after I'd been there a little over a year, it was just kind of becoming clear that there wasn't a show coming anytime soon. And so I had to kind of branch out on my own and do my own thing. And, LG3, yeah, buddy. Yeah, he had been training at the school too. So he told Yukon Jack and DJ about me because they needed an announcer at the SWF. And so I came out and did my first show last April. And I've been back almost every week since.
That's good. That's really good.
Charity show on Sunday was my 89th show, something like that. So closing in on 100.
Hey, at least you've kept count.
Yeah. That's the nerd in me of because I told myself I was going to give myself a few years to give it a shot, because like nobody's going to hire an indie announcer from Tennessee that's 45. So I'm going to try for a few years, and if that's all that comes of it, at least I'll have the memories. At least I'll have I'll have documented what I did, who I met, how many miles I drove, all that kind of just fun nerdy stuff. I love it. It's I joke with my wife that there are much worse midlife crises that I could have had. I could have got the mistress, could have got the expensive car, could have whatever, got hair plugs, but no, I decided to talk about wrestling. And
go where your heart desires, honestly, my man. That's what I gotta tell you, Pat Duty. Go where your heart desires. But hey, with you being a ring announcer, I'm glad you've kept count with how many shows you've gone to and announced that. With being a wrestler, the amount of times you've gotten hit in the head and taken bumps on a hard ring, you start to lose count.
I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it was Jeremiah Plunkett. I was talking to him about how I was keeping track of stuff. And it was like, my first, I think it was Plunkett. I might be wrong on who it was, but it was somebody in that vein. And they're like, I started out doing that And then one of the vets made fun of me for doing it, and I stopped. And now, all these years later, I wish I had kept going because I wish I had that. But like Chris Jericho keeps track of every match he's ever had. He wrote a book about it where he listed every single match he'd ever had up until that point, obviously, because he's had probably a couple hundred since then.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just I just like keep it's just like a Google Doc of like, you know, it was this town, this night, this was the main event.
Yeah.
Whatever. But yeah.
That's really good.
Do you wear elbow pads?
No.
None of your pictures on Facebook have pads, but
the only thing I wear are kick pads and knee pads.
Okay. Right. Do you
I don't do anything to keep my elbows covered, which I should, but I don't.
Especially if you're gonna be doing frog splashes.
I know. That was crazy. Believe it or not, again, that was the first time I ever did that. And, you know, it was wild. It was wild. It was.
How long had you been working on that before you busted it out in a match?
Never. That was the first time I had ever did that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
That was the first time I had ever did that. You know, actually, thanks to Cousin, because if it wasn't for that, I probably would have never done it ever. Because I feel like me with my size, you don't ever think somebody, you know, being a, you know, slightly bigger person is ever going to come up the top rope. But I did it, and, you know, I overcome the fear, and it just so happened to be on the Cousin Conjuring, and it was wonderful. Like, I actually enjoyed it.
Speaking of bigger wrestlers that can fly, I mean, Guz is a great example of that. That, you know, he will throw himself all over the place for, you know, to get that pop. Flung himself over the top rope in that battle royal, but flung himself into John Poe too. But that's a whole different, whole different thing. Poor John, dislocated shoulder and a cracked sternum or something.
Yeah.
I'm guessing we're probably gonna have to just go with generic tights.
Yeah, probably.
Do you want the lightning pattern that you've got in your profile picture, or because you let me see if I can find because you also have the pair where it's like one short and one long, like
that's my
Zack Ryder style.
Yeah, that's my most recent gear. That's the most recent one where, you know, I've actually established myself as Destani Roze.
Yeah.
I mean, even if, you know, there's not, you know, a whole biker/tights combo, I would, you know, be perfectly fine with, you know, regular tights or, you know, bikers. It really doesn't matter as long as it's one of those. And we can tweak the color and, you know, stuff like that.
Right. So is, you know, peeling back the curtain a little bit, Destani is your shoot name. Is Roze your middle name, or is it just it sounds
no, actually, you know, I'll cut into a little personal life of Destani Roze. Rose was actually the favorite flower that my mom had liked. So my mom passed away. Yeah, my mom had passed away when I was 10. So, you know, just to keep her legacy alive, you know, I wanted to, you know, have something that, you know, reminded me of her and, you know, that, you know, stuck. And, you know, the Destani part, it's you know, it's obviously my shoot name, but the way you spell it isn't.
Yes.
So I have different spellings with those two. So yeah. Yeah, just the Rose part, wanted to keep my mom's legacy alive, because my mom was another one of those, always going to wrestling shows, giving hell to people. She was one of those. So yeah, just to keep her legacy alive, I kind of wanted to do something, special.
Well, that's cool. I love it when a name means something. When I was at FXE, before I left, I was on the creative team, and I always loved trying to come up with names for wrestlers, and we would always have a sit down, like, okay, so what names mean something to you? What's something that and yeah, that's so cool that you're honoring your mom in that way with the Rose name. Cover up these chain. I don't want to deal with that. Maybe this. Again, we'll have to cover stuff up. And it's actually the wrong leg, right? It's your left leg that's the long one?
Yeah. No, actually, the long one is on... Yeah, my left leg. Yeah.
Okay. So this will be backwards.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, because your other options are the Asuka style, where there's a gap. All right. So start by making it all black, and then we will
just go for it.
I'm also going to change the boots here just so it's not covering stuff up, so we can get a more accurate look and stuff. All right. So your gear is all black, right? Or do you have... Oh no, it says... Does it say Destiny on one leg?
It's half and half. It's half red and half black. So the overall color is red, and then the Destiny logo is red. So the entire, I believe, hold on, I don't even know what my own hair looks like. Without it being on, I actually don't know what it looks like. Let me see really quick. Got my little, phone here just to make sure what it actually looks like. So that way I'm not giving false information. Okay, so my entire tights are black. And then just the lettering is red. And then the little brim around the bottom of the biker part is red as well. And then on the tights part, it has Destiny Roze, Destiny on the front, and then Rose on the back, and that's in red as well. So I mean, I kind of, I thought a little bit out of the box, but not really. So
yeah. And it's just fabric, right? It's not like leather.
Yeah, no, it's just fabric.
So it doesn't look quite as mismatchy as it does currently. Cover up all that stuff as best we can, anyway. Here's where it gets tricky. I'm trying to cover up all the intricate design stuff that they put on them. The same material. Yeah, there's still more texture than I was hoping for, but maybe that won't be so noticeable once we put your name on there.
Yeah.
So does it just run down? I know you just told me, but I was playing around with stuff, and I'm old and just does it go just like vertically down your leg?
It does.
Okay.
The Destiny goes on the front, and then the Rose is on the back, of course. Yeah.
Okay, that's what. Is it like Destiny, like DES, or is it like sideways?
It's sideways.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. So let's add some lettering. And it's I, right? For the. Okay. Figure out a font first. And then move it. So I think the default one might be the best. Right? Is that probably the closest to?
Yeah, probably. No, it keeps wanting to disappear behind layers. Why are you like this? It's so weird that it won't let me. Oh, it's kind of like overlapping some. I see what's going on.
What if we do some weird drop shadow stuff that let make it pop out? Nope. Huh. Why is it like that? Is there like a random knee pad or something equipped that I didn't think about? No. Trying to type on a controller. Okay, that's good. Rotate it. And it just like disappears right when it gets to here. I won't go any farther. Oh, hold on. But it needs to be like here. It's like straight down the front.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes these games are weird. See, I'm not a big video game player, so looking at it.
And this is honestly, one of the better ones of the last several years, but it is not without its quirks. Why does it disappear? It disappears into your tights.
Oh.
Okay, here we go. Huh? No. Huh? Huh? Nope. So weird to let me do, like, stretch it as much as I want that way, but if I want to push it down so that you can actually see the D,
Yeah.
appears.
If you bring it.
Sometimes it just disappears entirely. Why are you like this? And I'm sure there's somebody watching this stream right now. It's like, no, all you gotta do is. Well, then hop in the chat and tell me. Because it's not. Okay. So it is just. Oh, okay. Here's a thought.
Oh.
My thought was do each individual letter and see if it'll let me do that. But I think you're limited on the number of like the amount of text fields you can use. But what if I just break it into like 3 smaller sections?
That might work. You might be onto something, Pat Duder.
So what do I do with this? Okay. So far, so good. Another text layer.
So, Pat Duder, I got another question for you. Since we're,
Shoot.
Here, we got, we got a little bit, to make this character. So you have been known. I don't know if anybody follows, the SWF wrestling page and the Middle Tennessee, Tullahoma, the Gypsy Joe Arena. But you, Mr. Pat, are an honorary member of CAI. So I have a question for you, Mr. Pat. Who is your favorite CAI member?
Well, I mean, it's obviously you.
Thank you. So I appreciate that. I really, and you're not just saying that because I'm on here with you, are you?
No.
Okay.
What do you think I'm going to say, JDV?
I don't know, because, at a CAI, it's me. It used to be just me and JDV going to, SWF. But now it's everybody, me, JDV, and now sometimes Karnage Michaels.
Yeah. Side note, breaking it into smaller pieces didn't work.
Oh.
So.
Well, we might just have to go with either regular tights. We might just have to go with regular tights. I mean, I don't have a problem with regular tights.
Oh, I just had an idea. This might work. Hang on. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself in case I'm wrong. But what if... Oh, right, I forgot I added those extra layers. Let me delete those. why is there that weird black splotch there? Okay, so it's a plain pair of black tights. We make them black.
All right.
Get the fabric right. And now, please work, please work, please work, please work, please work. Now we take one of these. Real big, we'll have to do it a couple of times. And we color match.
Ooh, I like where you're going. I like where you're going with this.
It's gonna look a little weird because there's no like skin material, but theoretically, I should be able to just do this a few times, right? Match the color again. There we go. Okay, this is starting to look kind of like a thing.
Kind of,
Right.
actually, it is.
Maybe not my best work ever, but
Hey, we're getting there.
I still don't know how we managed to pull off Cousin Conry's mask. That was just, I don't know what divine inspiration got us to getting the mask looking as
Can I
good
tell
as
you a
it
little
did.
secret, Pat? Can I tell you a little secret,
Shoot.
Pat? I am absolutely terrified of his mask. I am absolutely terrified of his mask. I don't like it. I don't like the way it looks. It scares me sometimes.
Well, hey, speaking of Conry, he just popped into the chat to say he misses us. And- Well, that he misses me, and that it was an amazing mask and no one could do it better.
Well, it was an amazing mask, but you know, his mask scares me sometimes. It really does. It scares me sometimes.
It's,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a scary ass mask.
It is. See, at least somebody agrees with me. See, at least I'm not the only one who knows it.
Well, I mean,
At least,
also, I think that's kind of the point, isn't it?
okay, maybe Pat Dooders. Maybe it might be, but it's just a little too freaky sometimes.
It's pretty freaky.
Yeah, because whenever you get a first glimpse at him, that's all you see. That's all you see, and it's scary.
I said, no, that's why he's smiling. That's what it says.
That's why who's smiling? Wait, that's why you're smiling, Pat?
No, that's what I think he's saying, that the mask is smiling.
Oh wait, he calls his mask a he? He has a pronoun for this mask?
I guess? Or maybe he's referring to himself in the third person?
Because Condry is just a weird individual overall. He's just a weird individual.
He's a strange dude. He's for sure a strange dude.
Hey.
But that's why we love him, right?
Maybe you. You might
I mean,
know.
I'll be honest, at first it was self-preservation. But now I think Cousin I have an understanding. He doesn't try to murder me. I talk him up on his intros. I know your brother gave me some crap about it on Sunday, that Condry gets a special intro and he doesn't.
Why is that, Pat? Why is that? You, out of everybody, why is it you give Cousin Condry that? Oh, he's so special. He's not that special.
Weird. Connor says weird, strange, shakes his booty for change. That's just me. It's not just Condry though. Tavon gets one. Chaos gets one. It's, the higher up the card you are, the more intense your intro is.
Okay.
If everybody got the big bombastic main event level intro, then it doesn't mean anything when the main eventers come out because they just sound like everybody else.
Okay, you're right, but he's just a little too weird to be my cousin. Because he claims he's everybody's favorite cousin. No, he's not my favorite cousin. He scares me.
Well, mission accomplished, cuz. That looks a little too fabricy, doesn't it? I need to figure out what material looks the most like skin, which is not a
not
sense.
Not that he's beefing. I think you and Cousin Conjure are beefing right now, Pat.
We're what?
I think you guys are beefing. I think you guys have beef.
We're beefing? Why?
Yeah.
Say it ain't so, cuz. What?
Wait.
What did I do?
Or is me and Cousin beef? I'm so confused. Oh. I'm just gonna leave it alone because I'm so confused right now.
I have a lot of experience with that feeling.
At least we know that I'm your favorite CAI member. At least we got that out of the way.
All right. So it may not be super flattering, but I think the closest we're going to get to a material that looks like skin is going to be leather. So you're going to have one regular human leg and one leather leg. But
that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine, Fat Dude.
That's how we roll in the creator wrestler game. And then we're going to put a knee pad on you and kick pads, and you're not going to see that much of it anyway.
Oh, yeah.
The only person it's going to bother is me. So it's the ADD perfectionist in me, or ADHD. Still getting used to officially having that as a diagnosis, but all right. So just plain black wrestling boots, right? And then the kick pads over it.
No, it's black and black. So I have black wrestling shoes, black wrestler shoes, and then black kick pads as well.
Okay.
I'm standard, I don't have to be all, weird and out of the box.
Like a certain cousin.
Yeah.
Alright. So that'll be fine.
My eyebrows are looking good today.
They are looking good. Those brows. You woke up like that.
I did. I woke up like this.
See, they look good, but they also don't look prepared. If you know what I mean. It doesn't look like you spent an hour getting them right.
Oh no, I did not.
Oh, there you go. That's what you need. Creepy wolf head. No, thank you. I think we'll just go with regular black. And then the strap is also black.
Yes.
Now we just need knee pads.
Oh, my knees.
Which you just have just regular black knee pads, yeah.
Yeah, just regular black knee. I'm basic when it comes to that.
Hey, it's a classic for a reason. There's a reason that, black trunks, black pads always work. And then just copy that over from the other side. All right. So it's not a perfect
That's
like
not
that.
terrible. It's not terrible.
I didn't put the words on your tights. Now that we fixed the issue with the now I should theoretically be able to put your name on your gear, which will make it perfect. Well, not perfect, but here we go. Moment of truth.
Let's see if it's gonna work.
We'll move cotton. Let's see how it pays off.
Okay, that's not bad. I actually like that. That is not bad.
Font's not exactly right, but it's pretty good.
It's okay. It's pretty decent.
And then add another layer for Roze. Realized in the title for the stream, I'll fix it when it goes up on YouTube. I spelled your first name wrong. I spelled it correctly, but not for this.
Yeah, and it's perfectly okay. I get it. So I get it. Sometimes, people misspell things, and that's perfectly okay. And funny fact, funny story. Actually, it took me a while to come up with the spelling of my name. It took me a while. Yeah, because I'll give you a backside. At first, it was Destiny. It was that way. And then my uncle had actually helped me out with the spelling a little bit, and that's when we came up with Destini. I had a little bit of help, but it took me a little bit to get there, just a little bit, but we eventually got there, and here Destani Roze is today.
I dig it. And for some reason, one of these layers I screwed up, and it is, I don't know if you can tell, but it's like luminescent for some reason.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I did not even see that.
So now that I'm looking at it, the leather doesn't bother me at all, but that little bit of sparkle, which I think just means that when I was doing this, I went one too far on the leather and hit rainbow for one of the layers, and that's why it's like that. I just need to figure out which one, which wouldn't be an issue, except I think there are 5 of them, and I have to go one at a time. Leather, that's right. Is this the one? Nope. Well, logic would dictate it must be. Wait, no. Hold on. But how is that possible? It wasn't any of those. Material. I'm just going to redo all of them. Which, I hate that this is taking so long because it's cutting into our time to dig into your entrance and your moves and stuff. walk fit at. It's like, hey, why aren't you walking? Because I'm busy. It has to be this one. And yet, it's not. For whatever reason, it's like that seam between the. Oh well. If it doesn't bother you, it doesn't bother me.
I didn't even notice it until you zoomed in.
Do you want to take another pass at your hair or anything else?
I wonder. Do they have any styles that like where hair is up like in a ponytail like this? Maybe.
Probably, because this is really the part that kind of bugs me.
Yeah,
it really
just
looks
a
wigging
little
up
bit.
here.
Yeah, just a little bit.
All right. So let's go to ponytails specifically and see what we got. Definitely need something with some curl. So when was your first match? I mean, I don't need to know like exact date unless you know it, but
Actually,
it hasn't been long, right? Just like year and a half, 2 years?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe it's a little bit shy off of 2 years. But then again, I could be wrong. You may see. Then again, I really haven't kept up with how many times I've wrestled. You know, when I wrestle, you know, I go out there, I have fun, and you know, I try not to get hurt, and I really don't keep track of, you know, when I wrestle and you know stuff like that. So I mean, I'm completely not sure on that question, Pat, but I do believe it may be shy of 2 years, somewhere around there, year and a half, 2.
Do you have a favorite match or favorite opponent? And I said earlier, you and Diamond always tear it up, which I can confirm from the couple times I've seen you guys work.
Not, you know, that comes to my mind right off the top. But I will say, you know, a time that I did enjoy it besides Diamond was whenever we had a show at TAP, and I believe it might have been the last show at the last one they were at. I could be wrong, but it was whenever I had read. It was me and Miss Rachel, and I did have, you know, fun wrestling Miss Rachel at that time because, you know, I'm a big fan of Miss Rachel. I mean, I still am. So it was fun to wrestle Miss Rachel that day. So I believe that's one of the top. That's probably one in the top 3, I would say. That's.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't hate this one.
I don't hate it.
I think we can come back to it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I like it better than what we've got.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Also, you know, to anybody from 2K who might be watching this, y'all need more black hair in these games. There's too much. I mean, not that there is a lot of straight hair and not enough natural hair.
Yeah, for sure. I watch my brothers play this game all the time, and when they go and create characters, and I always see, the generic straight hair. I never see, the what they call the African American curly hair.
Yeah.
I've never really seen that in this kind of game. So, it would be nice to, have one of them updates to where they add in,
Yeah, but they'll throw like that, but there's nothing curly in a ponytail.
I say we can go for the one that we liked previous to the one before.
This one, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think this feels more like the one than the other one did.
Yeah. For sure.
And also, you don't really wear like a deep red lipstick, but there's no lipstick on this character. Her lips are just like weirdly red. Not that red lips are, people don't naturally have them, but
yeah,
I feel like those aren't particularly. Maybe we can just regular and then color match to your skin. Is there a sparkle in that? Is that why that's kind of weird? I just want like the most basic. Yeah, that feels a little more.
Yeah.
Not quite right, but it's closer.
It's getting closer to it.
Something still feels not quite right, but I can't put my finger on what. Aside from like they don't have great hair options and part of your leg is glowing.
That's okay. That is okay. Actually, I have no idea. Okay, let me think.
Maybe we'll just come back to it.
Yeah,
And then we'll just, we'll run you through a practice match.
Of course. Oh, my knees.
And we're back. Sorry.
Welcome back.
Yeah. My computer's been doing this fun new thing where it just completely freezes every once in a while. And yeah, it's real fun when it happens in the middle of a live stream. Okay. All right, I think we're good. Back where we were. Okay.
Yep.
Personal information. Here's where we get to have fun and see if the words Destiny or Roze are, are pre-programmed into the ring announcer, or if we're going to have to cobble something together. What social account do you want to use?
I really don't even know. I guess just Destiny Roze.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. See if we can get Burning Roze. I suspect we won't be able to, but yeah, we're just gonna go straight to Destiny. Destiny's not an option either. All right.
We might just have to find something close to it.
How about they'll have a lisp. Bit of a speech impediment. Destani Roze. All right. Cheer. Okay, personality traits. You are definitely more prideful than you are egotistical.
Yes, sir. Say that one more time.
I said you're definitely more prideful than you are egotistical.
Oh, yes, for sure.
You are also more respectful than you are disrespectful.
Yep.
More perseverant than desperate.
For sure. Absolutely.
More loyal than treacherous. More bold than cowardly. And more disciplined than aggressive. All the positive attributes. What do you want to put as your hometown?
We'll do Tennessee.
Just the state of Tennessee?
Of course.
Okay. All right. You know, I do the crowd signs every time on the menu screen pose, and then Commnity Creations just like randomly assigns them anyway, so I'm not even going to bother with those.
Oh my gosh, I have no idea what's happening to my camera. I hate when this does it.
Well, can you see?
Yeah, I can at least see. I'll try to figure out what's going on with it later.
So I think I'd probably call you more of a striker than a technician, high flyer, or powerhouse.
Yes, sir.
Actually seem right. Okay. Attributes.
Let's go for it.
You throw more like forearms and stuff than you do kicks.
I do. I throw more forearms than kicks, yeah.
As far as like the balance between grappling, running, and flying, I'd say probably more grappling.
Yeah.
And then
because I've only flown once, as we know. I've only.
That's right.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah.
Hey,
I've only flown
welcome
once,
back.
as there goes.
Aerial range. How far do you think you could jump off the top rope? You got about a quarter of the way across to get to Cuz on Sunday.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I would definitely say so. I was right there on Cuz. I was.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes again. Hold on. I'll fix it. I'll eventually try to learn to fix it later. I don't know why he keeps doing it.
This is the stream of technical difficulties. It would appear. You do some submission stuff, but it's definitely more like technical submissions than it is power. And even that, you don't do much of either.
Really, yeah. An only power submission I have is normally really one, and I really don't use it that often as I like to.
70 for your strikes and grapple reversals seem right. Durability all seems good, 70, 75. Probably bump your submission defense up a little bit. Have you ever tapped out in a match?
I don't think so. I really don't. I don't think
I'm going to bump your submission defense up a little bit. Stamina. We're going to bring your agility down a little bit just because you don't do a lot of high flying.
I'm gonna try to get to do some more high flying, but I don't know how good that's gonna work out. I'm gonna try it at least. I'm definitely gonna try it at least. Cause when I tell you when it was fun coming off that top rope onto Cousin, I had fun. That was fun.
Nice.
I want to do it again.
That was always everybody's favorite day. Training was, crash pads come out and all right, we'll work on splashes. I remember Camille was getting ready for a pay-per-view match against somebody who was still at the NWA, and she wanted to do a 450 during the match, but she'd never done one before. So the guys were practicing whatever the lesson of that night was in one ring, and then she's over in the other one just doing 450s over and over and over again. And then after a while she had to sit down because she got dizzy. But that's just funny. That's the NWA World Women's Champion just doing flips. But it looked fun. Audio for Destiny now. Hey, D, you still there?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yeah, I am still here.
Oh. There's I forgot there was new DLC that just came out. Let me download that real quick because that'll give us more options for entrances and moves. Should be. How do I do this? No. Not that I'm ever going to use any of these people.
Hey, that's very much okay.
Brad McAfee.
That is very much okay.
Yeah. Will it let me download that while I'm actively playing the game? I guess we'll see. Do you want to do your entrance or your moveset next?
We can work on the moveset.
Okay.
Because I believe the moveset
So
is probably one of the toughest things to work on.
Yeah. So what I usually do for these is start by finding somebody whose moveset is closest to yours, and then we can tweak individual moves as we go.
Oh, okay.
Rather than starting completely from scratch, because that would take forever, because there are thousands of moves in this game. So who would you say your style is most like?
Actually, I have no idea. I mean, I really don't watch wrestling like that. I mean, I really have no idea, actually.
All right. Well, let's see what we can find.
I mean, I like to do power moves. I mean, you know, I'm good at doing. I mean, I really don't know. Oh yeah, we're back. See, my whole setup that I have going on, it's just not working out today. With my camera keeps going out and.
One of those days.
It is.
Your camera, my entire computer.
It gets like that sometimes. It does. It gets like that sometimes.
Ivy Nile is probably a pretty good parallel for you. And then we'll just tweak some individuals. All right. So I always like to start with the finisher.
Let's do it.
Start at the end. What do you usually use? I feel like you don't usually get to get the fall in your matches.
I use the ripcord lariat, so I mean it's pretty much a close one.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Probably has a different name. So let's go. Let's try to find a. So steady front. No, I wonder if it's in. I wonder if they could get away with calling it the Rainmaker. No. Flatliner, Ripcord Spanish Fly. It's definitely not either of those. That's pretty. I wish it didn't have the back thing at the beginning.
Yeah.
Well, because it looks like it spins them around. So I wonder if maybe it's a rear grapple move. That's why we're not seeing it. Not any of these. They're not. Oh, here we go. Now, there's the ripcord there, but you have to do a German suplex first. Which, I mean, you could do, but.
I mean, if we have to pick between those two, if there's not any other lariats, I mean, the first one that, we came to with the whole backhand into the lariat was pretty nice.
Star.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
That's the one, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
There we go. Perfect.
Do you want to have a secondary finisher? I just said it's none. If you.
Yeah. As of right now, I really haven't, come up with, a second one. As of right now, I'm still trying to keep the basics that I have right now, just so I can get, since I'm still, new into it, so
right. Yeah. Master the moves you're already doing before you start adding new stuff.
Oh yeah, of course.
You got a finisher when you're on a ladder. What do you do?
I think. Okay, I've never done a finisher off of a ladder, but what I think I would do off of a ladder would probably be like a neck breaker, honestly, because that's the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah, because there's on a suplex, there's a lot of things that could go wrong.
For sure, and just the neck breaker off of the ladder, you're going off to the side, so the only possible thing happening would be the ladder falling to the other side. Right,
and you're basically, you're both just kind of taking your own bump. There's you're not carrying them down with you. So now table finishers. A lot of these we can. Maybe belly to belly. I can maybe see you do that. So how cool was it on Sunday I know it was not officially an SWF show, but to have the whole CAI gang at the Gypsy Joe at a no limit show, and the whole family involved.
It was actually fun. I had the most wonderful time. I was just having a blast, We were there for a good cause, to raise money for,
for Joe's family.
Yeah. So I was so happy to be there in that moment. And if I could do it all over again, I absolutely would. I would do a benefit show over and over again, because I don't know, something about a benefit show and working an actual promotion show. There's a difference between those two,
Yeah. The mood is lighter at a benefit show. Even though it's usually for a heavy reason, it feels like it's more of just like coming and playing with your friends.
Yeah, it's like at a regular wrestling event, you know, there's a little bit of pressure. You know,
right.
You got to go out there, you know, even though you're having fun and stuff like that, but you got to entertain the crowd as well. And, you know, you got to, you know, it's just the mood is set different for a benefit show. You know, I've only done 2 benefit shows in the starting of my career right now, and I want to do many more, you know, just because of the mood changes at benefit shows. You know, I mean, so, hey, benefit shows, I'm here, I'm willing to do it. So yeah, I mean, it was fun having the entire family there. It was absolutely fun. Although in the main event with the Battle Royal, I did kind of give a chop to my brother JDV, and he kind of gave me a receipt back and, you know, hit me with some stiff punches. So
yeah, that's family for you.
Yeah, I mean, we love each other, but at the end of the day, if we gotta fight each other, that's what we just gotta do. We gotta fight each other. I mean, I still love you at the end of the day. When we go home, I still love you, but but yeah,
that doesn't mean I have to like you right now.
Yeah, and I was happy because, you know, I was the last 3, so, you know, it kind of meant something more because I was actually able to make it to the last 3. So I had fun. I had fun that night overall.
Yeah. And you were the last person eliminated by being thrown over the top rope. Ringer had to stop the match because John had broken his shoulder.
Yeah.
So you were sort of the last eliminated.
I guess so. If we think about it that way, I guess so.
Okay, signature moves. Some other stuff that you like. It's not a finisher, but it's, you know, something that you're known for.
Do they have like where you coming off the second rope and doing a shoulder tackle, like a flying shoulder tackle?
I think so. Shoulder block, like that.
Yeah. And then I've also been known to, you know, come off and do a crossbody. I've been doing a crossbody when I'm hitting the ropes. I'll, you know, go and throw a flying crossbody.
Oh yeah, you do like Ivar's, where he just kind of goes like, you don't like jump way up. You get like horizontal.
Soon I'll, you know, get the courage to come off of the top rope with the crossbody. But as of right now, I'm staying on the ground when I do the crossbody. Oh, I mean, even though it was fun coming off the top rope on Sunday, it was fun. But I was still scared. So I mean,
so there's not a ton of difference between a crossbody and a frog splash.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when I got up there, you know, I really wasn't even thinking about it. You know, I just did it. I just jumped and did it. You know, I mean, I was just looking at my opponent, and my opponent so happened to be Cousin Condry, and I jumped, and, you know, I didn't even think about it. So maybe once I get that mentality of, you know, when I get up there, just to do it and not procrastinate, just do it. Because I've been known for that. I've been known to, you know, procrastinate a lot before doing a move.
I feel like this one is probably the closest to your crossbody.
Yep.
And you have another one.
Oh, let me see.
Signature.
Not one that comes off the top of my head just yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
None. So maybe crossbody there too. You can't do the middle rope moves on the floor. You are not Ray Fenix or El Hijo del Vikingo. Okay, so with these, with the basic moves, I just kind of go through and just so we're not looking at every single option for every single option. But there's probably 10, 15,000 moves in the game, but more so I'll pop into each section and then if something just doesn't look right, or it's more oh no, in this situation I would totally do X, then we'll change it. Otherwise we can just kind of breeze through most of these. So forearm smash you for sure do.
Yes,
kicks,
sir,
I don't know that I've seen you do a roundhouse kick, but it definitely seems like it's in your wheelhouse.
Oh, I mean, eventually, if I can get my leg up there, sure. Oh, and something that did just come to me just now. I have been able to do a head scissors.
Oh, okay. You gonna do that with signature or?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That literally just came to my mind. I was like, hold on. You know how when something just hits you out of nowhere? That's the moment I just had.
Just running, or where do you usually start your head scissors from?
Normally it's from the ropes, but if they don't have one from the ropes, then the running one is perfectly fine, because running the ropes and doing it is practically the same thing as running and doing it. For the head scissors, we can just do the regular running one. We can do a regular running head scissors if they have that. Still, I'm not a big gamer person, so.
So when you do it where do you start? You're on the ropes, or
no. So I'll just come charging at I'll just go charging at the person and then pretty much do it.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he had it there before, but I don't remember if I saw it or not.
These they're close.
Oh.
Fairly basic move that a lot of times they name things something weird.
Yeah.
There we go. That's more like it. Well,
Yeah.
except for end up in the robes.
Oh, I wish there was one where it wasn't into the robes. Oh wait, hold on. It might be right there. There we go.
You don't usually do the full-on spin like that where you go around and around, but I think that's probably the closest one.
Yeah, I think that's the closest one we're gonna get to.
Nice. Okay, back to the strikes. Those were good. Skip the combo stuff. Another forearm smash, yeah. Did you do an enziguri?
I can. I just have not done one in a while.
Well, then I think we could probably leave it if it's in the arsenal. Then I think we can count it. Arm bringer with a kick. It's a little more brutal than your style, but I could see if there was ever a heel Destani Roze doing.
Oh
that.
yeah, for sure.
Hello, Insanely Reacts. Welcome to the chat. Float over snap suplex.
I love doing a good old suplex.
I'm gonna put on the scroll so that new people joining the stream could see what was going on, but then I remembered that I had your name spelled wrong. Now I fixed it. What's up? Well, we're just here with Destani Roze from Class Act Inc., making her character model in WWE 2K24, so we can put her up on the Commnity Creations. Double leg, I can see you do. Return. I don't think I've seen you do that exact move, but that's the kind of move you would do, I would think. That's a little, like old school Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And again, if you see any of these and you're just like, oh yeah, no, I would never do that, or I should do this instead, just point them out.
Actually, I've always wanted to try that waist clutch suplex. I've always wanted to try that. I really have. One day, I'm gonna get up the courage to try it on somebody.
Yeah, I mean, just do it to one of your brothers.
Oh yeah,
just when they least expect it. Just like, hey, Jonathan, come over here. Boom.
Come here. I'm not even gonna tell you what I'm doing. Just come here. I got a question for you.
That's right. Here, just let me grab your wrist here for a second. I dropped something. Ha!
Just get him out of plane, just out of nowhere. Now one thing I do know, I will probably not do a Hurricane Rana anytime soon. I know that for a fact.
All right.
But I will do, maybe a drop kick, something simple in there. I like that
Which
first
one feels more like yours?
The first one.
Cool. So those are your front moves. Behind. Bonk, or do you want to? I feel like there should be a forearm back there somewhere.
Yeah.
Rear forearm smash. That feels more your style.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm all about
maybe even more of a European uppercut. forearms. No, it's just the edge-matic. T-bone I can see you do. I thought that was a thoroughly strange move. The helicopter spin after it. I know it's like an amateur positioning thing.
Yeah.
But it just looks kind of silly in a pro match. But do you want to keep it, or you want to?
Let's do it
for something else.
I think that
Okay.
it's kind of funny actually. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of funny.
We can get rid of the 7-star lariat since you're using that as a finish.
Yes.
You're gonna have it in your regular arsenal, but German suplex and a leg drop DDT.
I wonder if I wonder if they have a drop toe hold on there.
It's probably a rebound. Check out the CC Unbound Me 4 or ME4. That's from Insanely Reacts. Drop hold, that's what we were looking for. Distracted there for a second. Too many screens going. If you need to take whatever that call was, we can pick this up another time. I still am waiting on. We got about half of Country Boy Coots's model done months ago, and then he had to run, and then we just never got back to finish it. So this is still not up on Commnity Creations. And as I do think we're gonna have to make. Where's the rebound moves? Irish whip.
Hey, and that's perfectly fine. Some people might take longer than others.
Yeah. Well, and he was trying to multitask. He was at some like family function or something, and also trying to do this. Like, no, dude, just go be with your family. Like that, or like this for the drop to hold.
I like that one.
That one?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, no. Accept. That's what I want. Okay. Here. Grapple. Yeah, we're just repping out the 7-star lariat still with. Probably another. I'm sure there's a forearm something or other we can use here. Just so many moves, which is great. I love that there's a lot of moves. I'm not complaining. It does make this take a while sometimes.
Ooh, was that an eye break or something?
It's like a vice grip, like just squeezing their head.
Oh, okay.
Like
I thought
crush
I
it
saw
finish.
like an eye break. I was like, wait, is that an eye break? I'm so confused.
Damn.
I like that.
You want to do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. The rest of those are good.
I like the sneak attacks. I like those.
Those are pretty standard. Those are all just like catch their foot. Leverage pin.
I've done that actually. I've done that.
Nice.
I've done, and the very person I've done that on is Diamond. I love anything with the back bend.
What's that?
I said I love anything with the back bend. So I think it was the ankle clutch prod hold.
Okay.
I think
With that bridge at the end.
Yeah, I love doing bridges. I love it.
Did you see I'm blanking on what her name is, but the Olympic wrestler that did a German suplex during her match at the Olympics?
I did see that. I saw that on Twitter. I was scrolling through Twitter and I actually saw that. I was like, oh.
Yeah. You know that like as soon as she's back stateside, she's getting a call from Stanford. Like, hey, come on down to Orlando.
Oh yeah.
Your technique is already better than half the people on our roster.
Hey.
Insanely Reacts asks, what's your favorite tag team? I mean, obviously aside from CAI.
Okay. I'm gonna be a little not okay. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Even though Jimmy is out of action right now, my hearts will always be set on the Usos. There's a lot of great tag teams out there. I don't know. I think it's just because I grew up watching the Usos, so it was like, I was there when they first did the whole the tribal dance, when they were walking to the ring. So like, I was really into that. So I think my favorite tag team would definitely be the Usos. I mean, even though Jay and Jimmy have gone their separate ways right now, I'm still Team Uso. And as of right now, it's Team Geek, as people say. So when Jimmy comes back, it'll be the Usos again. I mean, it's always gonna be them because I grew up with them.
That's a good shout. For me, there's so many. For a long time, it was the Steiner brothers because they grew up not that far from me, and so it was always just like a Michigan thing to like, oh yeah, of course it's Rick and Scott. I feel like saying Road Warriors is a cliche because they're like, the biggest drawing tag team ever, but
yeah,
so they're the biggest drawing tag team ever because they were great. But also, like, I really liked the Hart Foundation.
Yeah.
And Neidhart were great. Basically, any team with Brett was great. Brett and Owen were great for the brief time they were together. Oh man, how do I pick? Because I've also got. Clearly, I have
a collection,
a couple of decades of fandom to pull from. You know what? Harlem Heat. Harlem Heat is my favorite tag team. Even though, like a lot of tag teams, there was one obvious star and then one other guy who is also there.
Yeah.
Like the Hart Foundation, like the Rockers, like a lot of those teams, but anything with Booker is great. And anything with Sherry is great. The Halloween Havoc promo where he drops an N-bomb accidentally, and Sherry has to keep from laughing. Classic, one of the all-time great promo moments of all time.
Question, Pat Doodle. What is your favorite faction right now? I'll say mine. You know, it used to be the Judgment Day. In current day and age, what's your favorite faction? Mine used to be the Judgment Day, and now I guess, you know, since they went their separate ways and, you know, made a new Judgment Day and, you know, the old Judgment Day, I'm gonna go with Rhea Ripley, Mommy, and Damian Priest. Senor Money in the Bank. Well, he used to be Senor Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
But
now he's Senor World Champion.
Yeah.
But it was.
I'm gonna go with it. And then probably my second would be the Bloodline, the original Bloodline. The OTC. Yeah. Which,
by remarkable coincidence, War Games is coming up in 3 months, and Roman just came back, and Jimmy will be back soon, and that's going to be a fun one. I think Bloodline's a really good show. It's hard because there's a lot of really good ones out there. I think, even though they're not as focused on as they were for a while, I think my current favorite is probably the Blackpool Combat Club in AEW. Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta. I just like the old school, just like, we just like fighting, and we're going to come in and beat the crap out of you. And there are 4 of us, so you're in trouble. Insanely React says, your favorite tag team is the Headbangers for some reason. I like the Headbangers. You know, real men wear skirts. As true today as it ever was.
Yep.
I have Moshula's Rasher back here somewhere. They're in this general vicinity. Yeah, they're like 3 rows back, and I would knock over like 40 figures trying to get them out. So I think really the only other thing I wanted to make sure we had was your frog splash.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta put the frog splash in there. Pat Doodle, you're gonna get beef started with me and cousin, okay?
Well, I hate to say it, but, you know, better you than me.
What? You would want him to start beef with me instead of you?
I love you, but...
Do you know how scary he is?
I do. That's why I'm saying it.
Pat, no.
You are a fully trained professional wrestler. You are a strong, independent woman who don't need no man. I am a 41-year-old fat guy who has taken 6 bumps in his life. I like your chances better than I like mine.
Okay, do you know how scary he is? We literally had this conversation earlier. Do you know how scary he is? I don't want to start
Yes.
By you putting this frog splash in there, and if he goes back and you know what? You're gonna start beef with us. And then I'm gonna tell him, no, don't come to me, go to Pat, because Pat's the one that started it. And then
and you know what his reaction to that'll be. It'll just be like, doodles. And then
probably, but still, it needs to be beef between you and him, not me. Okay? That beef needs to be between you two. But sure, go ahead. Let's do the frog splash in there. Let's do it.
I mean, you're doing it now. He was just your first of many.
Yeah. Very first.
Oh, why is there somebody on the front row or the top row I don't recognize? Because that's one of the people I just downloaded. All right. Let's do your entrance now. going to turn off the generic music. I'm going to accidentally give a brief peek behind the curtain as I adjust the volume settings. There we go. So you should now hear the game audio. Do you hear it?
Yeah, it's loud.
Okay. Is it loud?
Yeah, let me put down my speaker.
Okay, I'll turn it down a little.
I wasn't expecting it to be that loud.
Better?
Yeah.
Okay. But you can still hear it, it's just not as loud.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Perfect. All right, so let's start with the music. That's the most important part, right?
Let's do it.
So, any particular vibe you want to go for with the theme? I've also got another question from Insanely Reacts. What's your favorite Samoan? Which I think you answered, Jay.
Okay. I have a few. You know, the list would go Jay Uso, and then Jimmy, and then Roman, and in current day and time it would be those three in order, and then another one of my favorites would probably be Rikishi, Sika, and maybe I think those two would be my top two in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah. Mine is probably Rikishi. Oh, Yokozuna's a good shout. Yeah, Insanely Reacts says I like Yoko. For whatever reason, I frequently forget that he counts because he was never portrayed as a. I mean, he was before he went to the WWF. He was the great Kokina, but he was so closely tied to Mr. Fuji that you forget that. Like, oh yeah, the dude's name was Rodney. He's just a big fat Samoan dude. It actually, yeah, probably is Yoko. Another one that, Oh, sorry, Brian. But
that's cool.
Two. And I just got the old Hasbro figure I found on eBay for more than I care to admit. But there is one. There's one Hasbro figure that I will never own unless I win the lottery, because they made two versions of Kamala. There's one where he has a star on his belly and one where he has a crescent moon on his belly. The star belly, everybody had. It was in every store. Everybody that has a Kamala has that Kamala. The one with the moon belly is currently going on the secondhand market for $24,000.
Ooh, wee, hey.
Yeah. $24K. And some of them, like 123 Kid is like $1,200, and I just can't, yes, I'm an adult and I have my own money and I can spend it however I please, but also I've got a mortgage and
exactly
credit
got responsibilities.
Yeah. And I have to eat once in a while and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not exactly raking in the big bucks doing wrestling shows every weekend. So I just can't justify that kind of money for an action figure. I'm hoping I'll randomly come across it at like a yard sale, and somebody just doesn't know what they have, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that was my grandson's. It's, you know, just $20 sound fair." Like, yeah, that sounds very fair. I will happily give you $20. But I try to not spend more than like 30. That's kind of my threshold, unless it's something super rare. But anyway, back to your music.
Okay, let's see.
You got an action figure.
Now I don't know. Entrance music. Okay.
I don't know what any one sound like.
I don't know personally for the entrance music on WWE 2K, but whenever you see me, who do you think comes to your mind as entrance music wise?
Huh. That's a good question. Because there are elements of AJ's that are a good fit, but I guess I can't scroll longer.
Okay, that's kind of like the whole situation where we have with that trick, kind of with our CAI.
Yeah.
I like that. Actually, I would have never thought of AJ.
Well, let's come back to that. That feels like a pretty strong maybe. All right, it's a hero music game. Insane Maniac suggests we go to Nikki Cross's music as an example. So let's. I don't remember what music she has.
Me neither.
I feel like that's a little more rock heavy than your style. A lot of these, I admittedly don't watch a ton of NXT, so I don't know some of these. I'm trying to remember what your brothers picked.
Oh, I love Rhea Ripley. Oh. I don't know. I might have to go with Rhea Ripley, Pat Doodle. I might have to.
Let's do it.
I might have to, cause.
And then, so for your movement, let's see, maybe Alexa. I wish there was a better way to preview motion.
Yeah.
Without having to go. Oh. And well, you don't have the creepy doll. Maybe that'd work for Snyder.
Yeah. That creepy doll creeps me out like Cousin Conver creeps me out.
I feel like at some point, Cousin Convery and Walter need to form a tag team.
They do. They need to collide because Walter and Cousin Convery, I feel like their energies would match each other.
If Convery ever turned heel, I could see him like pulling Walter's teeth out and like sewing them into his mask.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Actually, I don't hate this Alexa Bliss entrance for you.
Me neither. I honestly forgot what she does to get in the ring. Okay, I actually don't hate that. I actually kind of like that.
Sammy Reacts now asks, what do you think they should add in 2K25? A search function.
Yeah.
I would love to not have to scroll through an alphabetical list of every move in the game to find something. I would love to be able to just like, because I like how they break it down by type of move.
Yeah.
Or like what the setup is.
Mm-hmm.
But Fire Pro Wrestling World, which is a PS4 game, it doesn't have a search function, but it also classifies moves by what kind of move they are. So there's like a section for clotheslines, and there's a section for DDT. Yeah. There's a section for, whatever, power bombs. Yeah. And so you can do just like, here's every move, or it's like, okay, well, I know I want some kind of like running splash. You just go to the running section and then go to the splash section, and there you go. I would love to see that for this. More match types. They did a really good job of adding stuff this year, like the ambulance match and being able to fight backstage again.
Yeah.
But I want some of the just like the weird stuff.
I love what they did with the My Career, how they changed it, because I watch my brother play this game all the time, and I like how it's changed, bringing the old school wrestlers and putting them into the, the storylines.
Yes. I want more announcer audio, less repetitive. Yeah. Especially if you have the same if you wrestle, especially like a My Rise, you're playing as the same wrestler, you're going to hear the same kind of commentary loop over and over again.
Yeah.
And it just kind of DLC ideas. I don't know how feasible it is. I don't know what the rights situation is like, but I think it would be cool to get some of like, because I feel like it's always the same like 80s and 90s legends that they always use. It's like a bunch of guys from the Attitude Era, Hall and Nash, and X-Pac, and a couple guys from the 90s, Ted DiBiase, Rick Rude, Roddy Piper. They were using Jimmy Snuka for several years before, the whole, oh, hey, he might have murdered his girlfriend. I would love to see some more, like, early, like, even, like, like, national expansion, like, some of those guys, like, early 80s Hogan, like, before he started losing his hair.
Yeah.
And, like, Ken Patera and, Nikolai Volkov. And I know he was in, like, Here Comes Pain, I think. But more guys, like, from that era. Also, it would be super fun to have a bunch of, like, crappy gimmicks. Like, I just feel like it would be fun to play as the Goon. Or, Abe Knuckleball Schwartz.
Now, you know who I wish they would put on downloadable characters? I wish they would put the Boogeyman. Is the Boogeyman
not in it?
Is he a downloadable character?
I thought he was, but maybe I'm thinking of last year's. Let me look. Because you might be right. I may be thinking of last year's. Or I guess this is last year's, but... No, he is in it.
Okay.
Boogeyman is in it. But yeah, and also that's another era. I mean, I know they were making these games then, so it would be weird to include like legends from 15 years ago, but especially since a lot of those guys are still active. But it would be kind of fun to like randomly have like the Spirit Squad, or like
It would be fun to play as Hornswoggle.
Yeah. I think it's cool with all the stuff that they're doing with TNA. That feels like a no-brainer DLC.
Yeah.
You know, give me the Rascals and Joe Hendry and Jordan Grace and
yes, I love that. But as of right now, for this entrance, I'm kind of liking it. I'm kind of digging it.
Yeah. All right, so let's do
the list with the
Rhea's music. What do you want to do for your Titantron?
We can honestly just do something generic. Honestly.
Okay. There is actually, I think there's a whole section called generic. Do you have a color preference, or do you want to just do the whatever?
Let's generic? Do purple. I love purple.
We'll do the full on Prince purple, like Velveteen Dream, just without the sexting a minor.
Yeah.
Go back. Do a full-on test here. Are the lips too big? Is that maybe what's throwing us off?
It might be actually.
Because it feels like her, like if you go like this, it looks good, but like from the nose down, it's not quite right.
I mean, I'm loving the entrance. So the entrance is a 10. So I feel like if we just tweak the lips a little bit, it'll be perfect. It'll be ready to go.
Yeah, I think that looks really good. Unorthodox music choice, going with Rhea, but I dig it. Okay, so let's do. Oh no, never mind. I was gonna say now I'll switch back to the generic music, but I think we'll do a test to match after this, and I want to be able to see your full entrance for that. So face, formation, facial structure, make the lip fullness a little smaller, and bring them in a little bit. I wish it would show these with the actual facial features.
Yeah.
But that already feels better, I think.
It does. I think that's better.
Ooh, I like that idea of the Samoan Kiwis pack. Sika, Rosie, Black Pearl, Peter Ivy. Kind of like what they did with all the Cody stuff, like going back through his career. They did a DLC pack with like Stardust and Dashing Cody and all of that. But Afa and Sika and the Head Shrinkers and Yokozuna and the whole
Everyone again.
the whole NOI. All right, so let's put you through a match.
Oh, let's do it. Very good. Messed on me again. All right.
You got a arena preference?
I liked WrestleMania. What was it? What was the current? What was WrestleMania? It was WrestleMania. What 40 we just had?
40 was this year's.
Okay, so
I don't have that one because you have to pay extra for that one.
I think it was WrestleMania 38. I like the banner for WrestleMania 38
with the big star.
Yeah. Yep, there it is.
So, who do you want to work with? Unfortunately, there's no intergenders. I can't put you with cousin.
Huh?
I said, unfortunately, they don't do intergender matches in this. I can't put you with Condry.
Okay, why? Why do you keep? Okay, you're gonna get us beefing for real. Like you're legit gonna get us beefing for real. And why are you doing that to us? Why? Stop doing that to us. Would get us actually beefing. But no. Maybe
you can also just randomize it if you don't have a preference.
Let's do Liv Morgan.
All right, here we go. Side note, not a sponsor, but why is Sonic's water so much better than everybody else's?
That's my question. I love their water.
The water is so good.
It really is.
This superstar is actually told me before that they can be well. Well, that's the kind of thing that leaves your back just waiting to get stabbed, Saxton. Trust me. Wait, trust you? I've seen your NXT career.
Okay, yeah, it is definitely. The leg doesn't seem as glowy in motion as it did.
It doesn't.
It's noticeable, but it's not. You can kind of chalk it up to being like, oh, it's just like a weird garter or something.
Yeah.
Well, I really hope this woman's ready to go the distance because there is no quit.
Yes, I love it.
You don't need to see Liv's entrance. You can see it every Monday night on Raw. Coming soon to Netflix.
Here we go, and Liv Morgan has made it perfectly clear that she will not be underestimated. She will not be disrespected.
Came out swinging early with the rolling.
Confident over the years, Michael, and it's a confidence born out of the fact that she's accomplished so much with her combination of heart and ability to put her body on the line when it really matters. Liv has certainly turned the table.
I still think WWE missed a trick by not having the Liv Rhea match at SummerSlam be a ladder match for custody of Dominic.
Yes. You
know, a callback to when Ray and Eddie had the.
Because
it was at SummerSlam.
Morgan making that look almost effortless. A showcase of skill from Liv Morgan.
Insanely reacts. Guess the superstar or manager, Mr. Fuji. Perfect. Kennedy. Mr.
She manages to get control.
Huh. What other Mr. gimmicks are there? Mr. Wrestling? Mr. Wrestling 2.
Tangibles in Liv Morgan. Do you think that will be the key to victory for her, Corey? Absolutely. Liv lost a lot before she won. That gave her a ton of instinct and grit. She's been the cover.
Mr. Saito.
She overcomes the pinfall attempt. An emphatic kick out, and
Mr.
there's
McMahon.
still a lot of game left here. Oh, face stop.
I feel like I'm missing an obvious one.
And a stop to the gut, too. Nice amateur takedown.
Very nice.
Taking a moment to get pumped off of this.
Oh, yeah.
Energy.
Come on,
Mr.
get her.
Hughes.
Oh, Liv, you piece of crap.
Was it Fuji?
Back into the
Nice.
ring. She's lost some of that energy she had earlier. Liv not afraid to bring the fight to her or anyone who gets in the way. Strong takedown there. Double stop.
Well, I hate to say it, D, but
She heads out.
Liv's kind of kicking her ass right now.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
I mean, you know, she's a world champion.
Yeah.
What
She
you
has an answer for Liv.
expect, you know, only, you know, a year and a half, not quite 2 years in the business. That's the fact that you're at WrestleMania, that you've traveled back in time to wrestle at WrestleMania. It's pretty impressive.
Telling her opponent that she has even more left in her tank. Getting carried around, bad spot to be. Put down face first. Foot to the midsection.
Hey.
And we're back.
And then the knee right into the throat.
Yeah, I think it's because my stuff's about to die. I think that's why I keep doing that. I don't know why.
Pull off something like that. Into the ring now.
You know, you're getting some momentum. There's that drop toe hold.
Drop toe.
Yeah.
And the crossed body.
Nicely done. She's pumping herself up, reaching out for that burst of energy. Liv is really out of it. She might be done soon.
Put her away. Oh,
Come on, get her.
stepped right into it.
Yes. Wait.
Liv's in a terrible
1,
2.
3. Oh yeah. Nobody kicks.
Should have put the title on the line.
Here is your winner, Destani Roze.
Nobody kicks out of that.
Gets knocked off here tonight.
And actually, the whole Death Teddy Rose thing didn't sound awful.
It didn't.
Stay alive.
It's not, you know, exactly right, but
I like it.
I have definitely heard worse.
I definitely like that.
Get the music back just so we don't have minus. All right. Well, I think we're good. Oh, no, there is one more thing I need to do. See what I mean about randomly just assigning signs no matter what you choose. I'm sure there's a way to fix that, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I can throw the nicknames in there too. So we'll have Burning Roze.
Yeah.
hashtag they can use. Where did that come from?
The Burning Roze?
Yeah.
So, of course, the rose part, the backstory about the rose.
Yeah.
The burning part, it was kind of just, me and my family were hanging out one day, and we were just, talking and, cutting up with wrestling, and out of nowhere, somebody just said Burning Roze. I didn't say it, I don't remember who said it, but out of nowhere, that's just what someone said, and I was like, hey, I actually like that, and that kind of fits my, that kind of fits what I'm going for. So is that definitely cool if I use that? And they're like, go ahead. I mean, I'm not gonna use it for anything. I just said it. I was like, thank you. So I mean, it was kind of just we were talking and cutting up, and it just came out.
Very nice. Yeah, sometimes you hear something and it's like, oh yeah, no, that's it. That's the that's the one.
Yep.
I was worried the computer had frozen again because I lost my cursor for a second. Did I mention that I hate the keyboard? PS5. See, yes, Burning Roze, Destani Roze is now. Download. Also, predictive text would be really nice in the next game. Where you start to type something that's like, oh, finish the word. That's another thing that Fire Pro does that I like a lot. All right. Probably going to get a pop-up saying that there's language that it can't use, but it always says that and it never stops it. All right, so let's go and look and see if you show up. Not showing up yet, but let's do search for you. There you are.
Hey, there I am.
And
I'm
it is
so
actually
excited.
asterisk down. That's weird. I wonder what part of the description it didn't like. Maybe burning?
Maybe.
CAI? No, because I think I included that for JDV and Karnage. Oh well. But yeah, so now anybody with WWE 2K24 can hop on and download the Burning Roze.
Here I am.
So, check out my Commnity Creation. Yeah, while we're on here, might as well. So you mentioned it earlier, right? Was it Unbound Me 4? Hi, Austin. Welcome. Sorry, we're about to wrap up. There you are. Let's see. Can't find any content matching your criteria. Tell you what, Insanely React, comment on the video once it's up rather than in the chat with the hashtags he used, and we'll check it out, and I will include it in the next one of these videos. But aside from that, Destiny, I think I'm going to do this so that I'm actually in the frame. Yeah, plugs. What do you got coming up? Where are your next few matches?
Oh,
what's going on in the life of Destani Roze?
as of right now, I only have one more up and coming. Well, one, maybe two. The second one is not confirmed yet. But the first one is definitely confirmed, and it is happening on the 24th of August. And like I said earlier in this, it'll be at the National Guard Armory in Gallatin. And doors open at 6:30, I believe. Both times at 7. So there's one that I would ever be at. And then the second one isn't confirmed, but whenever it's confirmed, it'll be on my Facebook page, my Instagram, and that's where you can catch me at.
Right on. And you can find me. I'll be at the Gypsy Joe Arena with Southern Wrestling Federation Friday, and then Saturday I will be in Morrison with Tennessee All Pro Wrestling, and then after the same, week after the same, and the week after that, UWLA, the Lucha Show at Plaza Mariachi, and then Saturday I'll be in Selmer for the first time with Tennessee Championship Wrestling. So hopefully I'll be doing more streams between now and then so I can remind people, but also, follow me on all the things. There's links at the top of the YouTube page. Destiny, thank you so much for coming by. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you for having me.
Now I can make my CAI stable in 2K, and you guys can run roughshods through universe mode.
Of course.
All right. Well, I'll see you soon. That's the lovely part of wrestling is our paths will cross sooner rather than later.
They definitely will.
All right. You have a great rest of your night. Everybody that joined us to watch, thanks for coming by. Anybody that's watching the replay, thanks for watching. If you are an independent wrestler that wants to do this, hit me up. Shoot me a DM on any of the socials. And if you're a wrestling promoter that needs an announcer, also check out my work samples on this. There's plenty of them, commentary and ring announcing and editing. Okay. Thank you, Destiny. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.